G'day folks, it's a lovely summer's morning and it's 10 degrees and cold, and I'm at Lake Nillikooty with my dad fishing for yellowbelly and Murray cod. We're slowly making our way back across the lake because she's getting a bit choppy. Finally caught something. That's definitely a bite on me worms there then. First I thought it was dragging, but I reckon it was a fish hitting it. There it goes. It's definitely a fish. Oh, I haven't caught it with me bloody loop. I've done that a million times, haven't I? Ah! 3.5 hours. 3 hours we've been sitting here waiting to get a bite. It's been dead. I finally got a bite and I was so excited. Oh, I'm in a hell of a mess. 20 past 10. 4 hours on the lake and we've caught nothing. 2 weeks ago we had psycho fishing. We caught 14 or 15 yellowbelly and cod just in a few hours. Today we've had a howling southeasterly and not a touch. Dead as a doornail. G'day folks, this afternoon I'm going bait fishing for Murray cod and I've got a few people with me. I've got my good friend Brendan Woodman. You might have seen him on the Smoking Angler YouTube channel because he loves the cook on the barbecue. We've got his son Dylan Penicillin in the middle and we've got John up this end, the brother-in-law. And between the four of us, if we can't catch a fish, there's something wrong. Righto folks, now just something a little bit different. Normally when I'm doing this type of fishing I've got a worm rod and a cheese rod. Well, I've still got the worm rod because worms will catch anything. So if there's a yellowbelly or a silver perch or a Macquarie perch or a carp or anything, even a redfin, they'll all take worms. Whereas cheese, you're sort of limited to cod and maybe you might fluke something else. But on the cheese rod, well, tonight it's a yabby rod. I'm going to use a live yabby for bait. I've got it rigged up with a paternoster rig, but it's a little bit different to what you're used to seeing, and I'll show you what I've done that's different. I've got the dropper a long way off the sinker. The sinker is right down here, and it's a good 60 or 70 centimetres above, but I've got a little dropper hanging out the side. And the reason for that is because I want the yabby off the bottom. I don't want the little bugger to dig into the mud and hide from the fish. Now, if I'm dropping that straight down from a boat, I can have the sinker there and it's going to be off the bottom. But because I'm casting out on an angle, well, that's going to lean, it's not as far to the bottom. So by having a small dropper, even if the line's on that much of an angle, it's still going to keep the yabby off the bottom. That's the plan. Look, Johnny's on. Oh, John's just had a near corker experience. That was so close to getting pulled in.
Holy shit, hello. That's a small cod for a big pull. Good job. Can I pull that, Rob?
Yeah, go for it, mate. Just hold him up here. I'll get a quick bit of camera work. Look at that. John's just got his first Ovens River cod. You've caught him here before, haven't you?
No, I haven't. This is my first one.
Lovely Murray cod. Well done, John.
Thank you.
I'm just keeping my eye on my roddy because I've only got my safety clip on one rod, not the other.
Beautiful. Put it in?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
I'm on the board for the weekend.
John's on the board. The four of us were all crammed right down this end of this bit of a clay flat in the shade. And next thing you know, I hear this commotion and 3 blokes just charged. And John's rod was like that and heading for the river. It was a semi-corker.
Gonna go to Lake William Hovell, wow, wow, wow. Gonna catch a big red fin, wow, wow, wow. Gonna swim in the water, wow, wow, wow. They're really clear water, wow, wow, wow. William Hovell, wow, 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 wow. Big red fin, wow, 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 wow. Lake William Hovell, red fin, wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Gonna catch the soft plastic, wow, wow, wow. See if I can catch one, wow, wow, wow. Gonna swim in the water, wow, wow, wow. Gonna take my daughter, wow, wow, wow. Like William Hovell, wow, 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 wow. big red fin. Wow, 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 wow. Fake William Hovell red fin. Wow, 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 wow.
Hey look, there's fish rising right in front of me. Hang on. I'm just going to have a cast up there and see what happens. Oh shit, way too much. Oops, oof. Oof.
It's not.
Got him.
The mud is really
I lost him.
He looks big.
Got him. He came back. He's not very big.
Can I unhook it if it's not too big?
You want to unhook it?
Yeah. I like the size of the first one it was.
You want it? You're going to unhook it?
It's too close.
You're going to unhook it?
Yeah, but I hate it being close.
Don't pull the... Maybe I'll unhook it. I'll give it to you because the soft plastic's coming off the jicket. You want it?
No. Release it.
Go on!
Where'd you release it?
Straight in front of me because I dropped it.
No, you are. Wait.
Oh yeah, I am too.
Oh yeah, you are now.
Where are the redfin at?
Oh, like the red
There they are. I found them. I found them.
Getting taller.
As soon as I said, where are the redfin at? I found a redfin. I think it's a redfin. This is a trout. They're getting bigger. They're getting bigger, darling. Look. It's huge. Well, I've tested out the striped tiger, the new coffee colour. And that's called coffee, that colour.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah. You want him?
No.
I see him on your shoulder.
No. What the hell? Did you actually just put it on my shoulder?
Yep. And it flicked off.
Kill you. Yeah.
That light that you can see over there, right in the centre of the frame, that is the border. That is the border checkpoint between New South Wales and Victoria. Because of a bit of an outbreak of COVID-19 in Sydney at the moment, there's Victorian government has closed the border and you need a permit to get in. I'm actually in New South Wales now.
South Wales and Victoria, because of a bit of an outbreak of